What's up, boys and girls? Welcome to another week of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Draco Springs, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, and RK Motorsports Consulting. What's up, guys? I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What y'all doing this week?
I don't know what we's doing.
Whew.
Finally slowed down a little bit.
I don't know if you can say that or not. I don't think I have done so.
Well, I tried to today.
Well, you kind of recoup, I guess. That's good.
Well, I didn't recoup because they tried to kill me at physical therapy this morning.
Well, they're going to have you picking up the building for too long.
I thought I was.
You about ready.
Whew, rough today. Rough.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good wide open week this past week. Yeah, kind of like we said last week. It's tough for us because baseball and gymnastics and church and baseball and man, there ain't much time during the week to do anything for us, but it's still fun. It's a good time.
Speaking of baseball, just to let everybody know real quick, there's going to be a few weeks here coming up. What was it, like 3 weeks that we're going to have to record on different days due to baseball.
Yeah,
so
still may try to do it. We might do it on Tuesdays, and so we can still put it out at the same time.
No, yeah, we'll get it out there. It's just gonna have to move around just a little bit.
Yeah, might be a day late or a few hours late or whatever, but
it'll be $1 short. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, we don't expect any more out of us, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, just don't set your expectations high. You'll be okay.
That's all you got to do. That's a pretty good weekend, man. We hung out about all weekend. Did a whole lot of moving and working, and
we was wide open.
Yeah, sure were. We got a new golf cart there. That's one good thing. Cool. Well, new to me.
Newish.
Yeah, we're going on beach vacation end of May. So we're gonna take our golf cart to the beach. Well, I took it up there to see about getting batteries put in it, and the batteries were bad, but the cost of the batteries on top of the trade-in value of the golf cart was just well worth just getting another golf cart. So I got a Yamaha gas-powered one.
That's the way to go.
I'm telling you, man, it's a lot. I like it. Put gas in it, go. You ain't got to worry about charging and putting water in and whatever else. Just go. So, yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool. It's Chicken Bone Alley colors, too.
Yeah.
It's flat red.
And black.
That's about all.
With a little bit of white.
A little bit of white in it. A little bit of white. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
With some upgraded wheels there.
Yeah. Pretty cool looking wheels. SS wheels of some sort. It's got SS on them. I don't know.
That's the brand name.
Okay. Well, they're pretty cool looking. So, yeah, Friday night we were mounting a JBL speaker on the thing.
Anybody needs a custom mount for your speakers on your golf cart? We figured it out. We really figured it out.
We got you.
Just send over
$399.99
plus shipping and handling,
and we will
in a self-addressed envelope.
And we will ship you back your mountain shaft to go on there. But no, it works good. It's up, kind of tucked away up top, and that JBL, man, I don't know, it's 4100 or something other. I don't know what it is. Know. It's like a sound bar essentially.
It's loud.
It is ridiculously loud, and you can take. The cool thing about the thing is I mean, you can take a pressure washer and pour it straight to the thing, and it does not hurt at all.
Nope.
Salt water don't matter. It's a cool speaker. It's like $800, but it's well worth. I mean, it's definitely loud. Good Lord, it's loud.
This is the same one. It did get transferred over from the old boat there.
Yeah, definitely. That was a lot of money there, so I'll let that thing go. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Fits good up there. It's out of the way. It's Bluetooth. So you just hook your phone up to it and go. Just don't forget to turn it off.
Yeah, don't forget to turn it off. You might not go no more.
Because you will drain your cranking battery. There is one battery on this golf cart, and that's pretty important.
I think you need to get you a one of them battery tenders with the solar panel.
Yeah, that's all I need to do.
That way you don't have to worry about that little thing.
Yeah. I'll just line the whole top with a solar panel, and I'll be set.
That's all you need.
That's all I need. So, yeah, so we did that Saturday. We went and moved. My grandma was in a nursing or in a well, I guess nursing home now. She's getting up in age there and needs some help on a daily basis. So she is moved into that now. So we've been working on trying to get her house prepared to sell and all that good stuff. And she's got stuff from from about 80 years that she's saving up, I guess, for some. But good Lord, have mercy, a lot of stuff. But we moved a good bit of that and sorted it all out Saturday and getting ready for that to be done. So that was a good bit of stuff. And then we messed around the house some, cooked some steaks.
I did.
Saturday night. It was
good. Old timey meat market up there.
Yeah, anybody around here, Florence area, definitely go to Old Timey Meat Market. They got everything. I always thought they just had steak. No.
Nah, yeah.
They got everything. They had alligator tail or something in there. They had any kind of saltwater fish you about to think of in there. Hot dogs, like a 5-pound box of hot dogs. Hamburger. They got everything. Everything. Go in there and check them out. And it's not that high price at all.
No.
Not that bad.
Not for normal stuff. Now you get a big old steak back there. It's a little,
if you get
up there.
If you get a 2-inch thick ribeye, then it's kind of expensive.
We did.
We did. we sure did.
We had a gift card. It's okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it was different. So, but yeah, it's definitely a good place to go check out. Get what you want. Get it cut however thick you want. Whatever. Pretty good place. So, yeah, we grilled them out on Saturday night there and went to church Sunday. That was wonderful, as always. Had a good time there. And came home and worked around the house again. Moved our iRacing rig from upstairs.
It's been shifted.
Yeah, I moved it into my bedroom here to give us a little bit more room upstairs for activities. And so kind of shifted the stuff around a little bit. And I got a decent-sized room. It's nothing huge, but the way it's laid out kind of shift everything to one side, and it's kind of centered up one wall because of the door. So then I was able to put my rig in the corner there, and I like it. It works out good. Perfect.
It was fun moving down them stairs. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I thought I almost got slapped in the face with a monitor.
Well, I was army crawling up under that thing, holding it up, going down the stairs. Yeah, it was not easy. We didn't want to take the triple monitors off and unhook all that crap and on wire, and I got 7,000 zip ties for keeping the wires kind of.
Well, I hope you got some more because you got to do some more zip tie work.
I got to do some more zip tie work. Yeah, I ordered some more, 1,000 of them. So I'm hook it up. No, I'm just kidding.
Have 3 left over.
Yeah, but no, we got all that going, and it was a challenge getting it down there. But we got to hook back up and had to do a whatever extender. What's it called?
Well, it's kind of like a Wi-Fi extender, but it's more like a point-to-point deal.
It actually works really good.
Yeah.
We went to Best Buy with like 2 minutes to spare before 7 last night to find this thing. And then we get home, and Dave was like, Bo, it was like $130, $140.
Enough.
A lot, yeah. He opens the box up, and he thought, Bo, no wonder it was so expensive. There's 2 of them in there. I'm like, dadgummit. Can we take one back? Would that work? But no, like he said, it was like a point-to-point thing. So you hook one to the router deal.
Yeah.
In the router room over there, and then you hook the other one to the computer.
Yeah.
And it works perfect.
Yeah.
Really does.
Cranked up a little bit of iRacing. Did you ever get on it, actually?
I did. Well, when you left, I got up there, and I just went in there just to set the wheel because and I can't find the software thing outside of the iRacing to fix the wheel, but I got it pretty close. It's pretty much right.
Yeah.
But I got in there, and I just did a little quick test, and after I got off, actually, I saw Tyler. He sent me a Facebook thing. Said, "Hey, Bo, you on iRacing?"
Well, I was on the phone with him until like 12 last night.
Oh my Lord, Bo.
Well, not on Discord anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So when I saw that, I was no longer on there, but maybe I'll try to get up and run a little bit more. And I got to get hooked back up with iRacing because we're going to try to get some deals worked out and some schedules for some summer Chicken Bone Alley Racing League.
Yep. We'll go ahead. There is no concrete details right now, by no means.
There's
about
definitely
that.
mud right now.
There is mud. Is teetotal mud. The only thing we know is we want to do it.
And it's going to be on iRacing.
And it's going to be on iRacing. That's about it.
That's the only one that I have. I don't have any others.
I mean, unless everybody want to come here to Sterling's Yard, we can race bicycles.
We can do that.
But so anybody out there, especially if you got a business or if you just personally want to do it because you feel it out of the kindness of your heart,
we really appreciate it. Baby needs shoes.
Baby needs shoes. No, we don't make it $1 on this thing. But we want to put up another. We want to do the kind of a summer league deal. Probably looking, being that it's already May and in time to get everything together, probably looking July, August area. Put us up some more races there and another points fund and see who we can send home with some money again this year. So, like we said, anybody that wants to get on board with us, let us know. Reach out on any of the social medias. Obviously, our email, which is chickenbonealleypodcast@gmail.com. Or I think you can actually go to our website and get to our email link on it, which is chickenbonealleypodcast.com.
Yeah, so it's pretty much the same thing, just without the Gmail.
Exactly. So whichever one you feel like typing in first.
If you feel like typing a little bit longer one, just go for it, and you just go straight to
Gmail.
Either way you want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anybody definitely, let's get ready for this, man. Let's make it fun again. I liked it last year, or whenever it was.
Well, it started last year.
Sometime, yeah. I don't know what we'll do this year. I don't know. I kind of like moving it around, though. That way we don't have just one person that's good on dirt or good in a super or good in a whatever.
Even though we ended up with kind of the same people because they're just good racers. Yeah. That was winning a lot. But that's the name of the game. Get on there and practice.
I was consistent, but I never won. But
you were consistent.
I won
4th, 5th.
Yeah, well, whatever. Anyway,
but you can't win. You can't win championship when the man in front of you is consistently second.
No, you can't really do that.
And then wins the last race of the year.
Exactly. But no, it was fun, man. I enjoyed it, and we may kind of do the same thing with short tracks, but just switch up some cars maybe, or
I don't know. I'm feeling like I might want to throw in a super speedway this time around.
Let's do it.
Hey,
we just throw all the racetracks in a hat and just pull them out.
I'm good with that too.
Pull them out, pull the car out, and whatever the combo is, it is.
We'll have a selection night.
Yeah, we'll do that. All the asphalt cars, all the asphalt tracks.
Yep.
All the dirt cars, and we'll just pull them out.
Yep.
That's what we'll run.
Phew, that might get interesting.
Hey, here's what it is. We're taking the midget out of the daggum hat. I ain't running. I'm gonna be off that week.
You can't. You can't be selecting what you want to run. If I can get somebody to announce this thing and broadcast and do all that fun stuff and all that, I might end up running this one myself.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. We got to figure that out. I don't know how, but we're gonna figure that out. That's the other problem is we need a lot of sponsorship to be able to pay the broadcaster. So y'all just please
and pay somebody to admin it and everything else.
Yeah. That ain't cheap. Now, the people that do it, I mean, hats off to them because they are very good at it by all means.
Very, very good.
But it's not cheap. So, like David said, we're going to try to start this thing maybe in July or whatever. Do maybe an 8-race deal or like that we did again. So, start in July, 1st of July around in there and finish it at the end of August. So, we got some time. So, anybody that knows anybody that feels like they want to be a part of it, let's make this thing work. Everybody that's listening, please, y'all, whatever.
The more people we can get on board, the more money you can take home, and also all the entry fee dollars will go to that. And it won't be a big entry fee again.
Well, I hope not. I mean, if we can get a lot of sponsorship, entry fee will be relatively cheap. But
yeah,
if there's no rocket science. If we want a big purse, got to charge a little bit to get in it. So hopefully we can get some sponsorships to help us out there where we don't have to, but. I'm okay with paying $20, $30, whatever to get in, whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
Over an 8-week period, and it's fun. I mean, and it makes it a lot more when you got money. I mean, when you put $5 into an iRacing league, what you losing? You're not really taking it as serious as you would if you putting in $30-$40 or whatever. So,
well, I guess that's why some leagues we had one that we raced. There was a league entry fee. That was like, I don't know, $20 or so. And then there was a weekly entry fee.
Right.
Of like $10.
Yep.
and they had a good purse, but everybody kind of was committed to it too.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we could do something like that. It's just a lot of admin and a lot of.
It gets really serious.
Oh, it definitely does for sure. But anyway, we'll figure all that out. Anybody that's listening and they want to be a part of it, got any ideas for us? Got any admin or broadcaster people that they know that could help with this? Reach out to us and let's start getting that thing worked out so it's not like a last minute deal like last time ended up being.
Well, it wasn't last minute. We just didn't know what we were doing.
Mm-hmm. We still don't, but
still don't really.
But it'd be pretty neat, definitely, to have that. And I think we all enjoyed it last year, or whenever. But it'd be fun
over the winter.
Yeah,
over the winter. Well, guys, I reckon it's time to get into some racing.
Yeah,
is it that time?
Is that what we're supposed to be doing here?
I reckon. Is that what?
Yeah, I guess so.
Only on Tuesday. It ain't Tuesday.
It ain't Tuesday.
Oh, well. Can't talk about racing. Nah, we'll get into it here. Got a pretty cool guest coming on here, so let's go talk to him. All right, boys and girls, on the phone here. That's what Tyler laughs at me every time I say. On the phone.
On the phone.
On the phone.
He is on the phone.
I am on the phone. Oh, we got a buddy here that even if y'all don't know him, y'all have seen his work, because I'm gonna tell you, it's been all over the place, especially on the internet, on social media. If you've seen it, he is probably, in my opinion, he is the best racing and sports in general photographer that is out there. Mr. Michael Boggs. Michael, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just finished up some West Virginia Motor Speedway pictures there. Got them uploaded on the website and stuff. And was enjoying the rest of the beautiful evening.
I'm telling you, it's been some good stuff, man. You did some traveling over the weekend, didn't you?
Yeah. I had planned to hit 4 tracks over this past week, and I managed to do 3 of the 4. The one of them got rained out, which was a bummer. I was looking forward to that event. I don't get a chance to go up to Brush Creek very often, and especially with the World Outlaw Series being there and stuff. And it was going to be such a honorable race, representing Jackie Boggs out of Grayson, Kentucky. And they were giving away a brand new Harley-Davidson motorcycle and stuff. I was pumped up for that event, but we still managed to pull 3 of the 4 races out that week over the weekend. I'm
going to tell you, with the weather that came through, that was pretty good.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you, Michael, to start with. Before we go any further, how do you make it everywhere you make it in a weekend? Because I see pictures and I'm like, great day, he was just over there. Now he's over here. It's been like 30 minutes. How do you do it?
A lot of restless nights.
I can believe that.
Have you got a sponsor yet of 5 Hour Energy or Monster Energy? Who's sponsoring this energy drink that you were drinking? Because I want some of it.
Well, I had been drinking the 5 Hour Powers. I switched over to the Rowdy Energy drink.
I hear you.
I can't get into those yet, Mike. I mean, it's hard for us to find them. We've had a couple of them, but I just hadn't got the acquired taste yet, I guess.
Yeah, I like the Orange Crush in it pretty good, and there's another one called Crackled Ice or something like that. I like those 2 pretty good, but I don't want to burn myself out on, so now I kind of switched over to the Bangs.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the Bangs too. They're pretty good.
Like right now, I'm drinking the Radical Cadiddle. Tastes like a bag full of Skittles.
The whole bag at once.
That's the only way to eat Skittles.
It's all liquefied.
There you go.
But yeah, I don't, I'm just a freelance photographer, so I'm not associated with anybody. I do some supports out there with some media outlets and stuff like that. But I really don't have a set schedule on where I go from week to week. Like plan it out for a month or 2. I basically when Monday comes around, I've already sent, like today, for instance, I've already sent the tracks that I have interest in going to. I've already submitted my media credentials to them, and I'm just waiting on their approval.
There you go.
Cool. Well, I don't see where any racetrack would say no, because you definitely have the best, like David said, from what I've seen, by far the best pictures out there, man. It's just some awesome stuff. And I want to know too. I'm sure you take a heck of a beating up there, standing in them corners, getting some of them pictures.
I do. That's on my personal, on my personal Facebook page. I put a post up this morning. When I took my clothes off, I had dirt and rocks and everything come out of it, and I could grow a garden on top of my head. But hey, you've gotta be in them places to get those photos.
I'm telling you, man. I thought Ricky Thornton Jr. did you dirty at Bristol.
Yeah. Well, I think me and him, I like Ricky Thornton really well. He supported me. He supports me a whole lot. Every time he's in the area, he tries to use my photos and such. But he kind of didn't do it on purpose. He kind of, pushed up there on me. But I did get a lap full of dirt. I will say that.
I saw that picture. I don't know who called it of him getting you. But I was like, man, he covered him. That was good.
Yeah, I literally got I had it inside my hoodie, down my pants. I mean, it was everywhere.
And I bet that is more nights than none that you probably leave like that anyway. But anyway, man, I want to go back real quick with you. What got you into race? How long have you been in racing in general, not just the photography side of it, but in racing? What got you into it? How long you been doing this, man?
Yeah, great question. I got in. My sister and her husband took me to my very first dirt track race when I was like 8 years old. They took me to an older racetrack in Allfield, Kentucky called Thunder Mountain. And that was the home place of Blackjack Boggs and fellows like that back in the day. Then they took me to another racetrack in Grayson, Kentucky called Willard Speedway, which is getting ready to reopen here in a couple of weeks.
Cool.
And, I'm always been a racing fanatic ever since then. It's just, the smell of the fuel, the horsepower, the wind coming off of them when they're flying by and stuff. I don't have no specific, as long as it's got wheels and an engine, I'm all about it.
There you go. So how long ago was that?
Let's see, that's probably been 28 years ago.
There you go.
about 28 years ago. I'm still, a lot of people doesn't like NASCAR and stuff like that, but I'm still a NASCAR fanatic. I watch it every time I'm home. Usually if I'm home, I didn't get to watch it yesterday because I was at West Virginia Motor Speedway, but I'll catch the highlights and stuff. And I have been fortunate to take pictures at a NASCAR event.
Cool. Which one?
Cool.
Where at?
I went to October 2019. That was actually my very first year into photography. I got an invite to go shoot Martinsville Speedway there in Virginia.
Sweet.
That's a cool place for sure.
So that was really cool. That was the only opportunity that ever came about for me to do that. And but it's been you never know when the phone rings who it might be. So that's what I love about the sport.
Well, if they'll ever get this stuff open back up the way it needs to be, then maybe we can get you down here to Darlington sometime. Come hang out with us down here.
Good. Heck yeah.
Yeah, we definitely do that. We get you in there and get you some hot passes, and you get all kind of pictures in there for sure, man.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a plan to me.
We'll do it if they'll ever lift all this crap. But anyway, man.
Oh, I know.
So when did photography come about, and how is that something you've always done, or is that just something you just up and decided to do one day?
No, I'll try and cut it pretty short and sweet, I guess. But I lost my dad back in 2015 to the nasty cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And me and him always catfished pay lakes and rivers and such ever since I was a little feller. And lost him in 2015 to cancer. And I just, I had one son at the time, and he was just 3 years old, so he wasn't old enough to really take fishing at the time. So I just lost interest. I couldn't do it no more because it wasn't the same feelings. I wasn't enjoying it or nothing like that. And I had always had interest in photography, but in my younger days, as many people, they didn't manage their money very good. They bought other things, I guess you could say.
Yeah, there you go.
So I gave it a few years. I sat and pondered on it for a few years, and I told my wife now, my girlfriend at the time, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to try to see if I can do this photography. I don't know if I can. I don't know how well it's going to turn out, but I would like to give it a try because I ain't getting no younger or nothing. I don't know what I'm going to set out to do, what kind of pictures I want to do. I just know I have interest in photography. And at the time, she goes, I fully support you, whatever you want to do. So November of 2018, I was in Louisville, Kentucky at the time when I had a full-time job, and stopped by a camera store out there and seeing what my options was and everything. So I stopped out there. I made my first purchase, which was a Canon 6D Mark II, and got me a starter lens and stuff, and came home with it and started taking pictures with my son and my girlfriend, wife now, and got on YouTube. I fully self-taught myself in photography. I got on YouTube to understand what the shutter speed, ISO, and f-stop meant, and I just practiced a lot.
Practice makes perfect.
Well, it sure has paid off. I can promise you that.
So, how did the way you've done it is almost identical, to the way me and Sterling have done this podcast. It's just, we thought about it for a while, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, let's do it. So how was your journey into getting into these racetracks and stuff like that? And, because even today, and you probably know it's kind of a group there, and you got to make your way into that group. How was your journey getting in there?
You're exactly right. Yeah, I mean, as photographers, we all try to stick together and bound together, especially now since I've got out there. But it was May of 2019. I was at a local flea market that I set up at on the weekend that I have a booth at. And I was sitting there and came across the post of a track that was reopening in an area called Mudlick Valley Raceway Park. It's over in Fleming County, Kentucky.
All right.
And I told my sister, she was there with me, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to reach out to them and see if I can go take pictures. And she goes, well, worst they can say is no.
That's right.
And I was like, you're exactly right. And so I messaged Larry Toller, is his name, that he still owns the racetrack, and it's still in operation. And it had been shut down for like 16 years.
Wow.
I mean, there was ruts in the track, grass. I mean, it was just awful. Like how, over 16 years what that track looked like. So I contacted Larry. I was like, hey, Larry, my name's Mike Boggs. I want to come and do pictures, but I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing. I don't know how they're going to turn out, but I just know I want it. And he said, son, you come right on over here, and when you get here, you tell them to holler for me, and I will get you escorted in there, and I'll show you. I'll tell you what you can and can't do, and we'll see how it goes from there. So I have never forgot that moment. And every time I tell people that story, it's close to my heart because Larry is the first one that gave me an opportunity to go see a dirt track as a racing photographer. That's where my career got started. And I don't forget it because I always go back over there and show them love as many times as I can.
I hear you. That's awesome, man. Well, now that you're a few years into it, and you've been traveling around a good bit, and I saw you put up today, some stats of states and track, how many tracks in each state you've shot at and everything. Over all those, what is your favorite track to go shoot at?
If we want to talk overall track, in all the states, I think I've been to 10 different states so far. My favorite track to shoot at, I would probably, it's a close call, but I really enjoy my time going down to Smoky Mountain Speedway in Maryville, Tennessee.
Nice track.
I really love that facility. It is so wide open. I mean, there is so many opportunities there to get pictures, so many different angles and stuff. And, it's a great facility. Roger Sellers and them have got a beautiful facility. And I enjoy that. But the first time, another track I really liked, it was fun. It was hard for me for the first night to get adapted to it and get used to it. But I'm looking forward to going back next season if I can get approved. I want to go back to Volusia Speedway Park.
Yeah, I love that place.
We've been there the past couple of years ourselves, and that's a cool track. It's just different than the rest of them. It seems like, and it's a really cool track.
Yeah, there is. Even though they got fencing along the inside and stuff, and it's a struggle. I tell everybody, anybody can take pictures on the inside of the track. It's all about what you can do on the outside of the track.
That's for sure.
And that track there, man, there was so many endless possibilities there. There was one time, I was searching. I knew I wanted that corner entrance spot, the angle of the corner, because I love taking pictures of race cars that maxed out, loaded, entering into a corner. Oh. Those are my favorite pictures of all time.
Definitely.
And turn one, you can't do it at Volusia because it's double fenced and it's just impossible to do it. I'm like, man, I have got to figure a way out to get me a corner entrance shot. So I was back there behind turn 3, and I seen this guardrail have separation. And, it was real narrow and it was getting wider. So I was like an old dog, man. I was down there digging. There was a bunch of dirt built up on the backside of it. I was digging all that dirt out and stuff. And I managed to find me in the gap. It was about 3 to 4 inches. And that was probably, I don't brag because I'm a hard critic on myself, but that's some of the best pictures that I've ever produced.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man. That's cool. And that's cool that you are willing to get into it like that and not just settle for, what's right there available to you and just get into it and go. But speaking of all the dirt, that's one question I've always had. Everybody, me and Sterling do weddings too. We DJ weddings some, and we're always talking to photographers there and stuff. And they're very particular about their cameras and how they clean and everything else. I'm like, y'all need to see some of these guys at dirt tracks because they get some awesome shots and there's dirt flying everywhere. How crucial is it though to keep them cameras clean, and how do you keep it out of the camera basically?
Yeah. A lot of my racing starts on Fridays and it'll end on Saturday night. I don't really take the time because there's a lot of traveling from the racetrack back home and then from the home to the next racetrack. So I don't, other than taking a fine brush and just dusting the exterior off, that's about all I do. But when Monday rolls around, like I'm getting ready to do this evening, I will dissect the cameras and it takes me I've got 2 cameras and I have 5 lenses. It'll take me about 4 hours.
Whew. Wow. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of moving parts on them things too to get clean.
There is a lot of moving parts, yeah. And the cameras I currently shoot with, which is Canon 1DX Mark II and a Mark III, they're supposed to be dust resistant, little water repellent and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Dirt still finds its way in.
Oh,
there.
Definitely. I'm sure Canon don't go test their cameras at a dirt track for sure.
That's where they need to go.
They do, because dirt gets everywhere. That is for sure. But well, talking about what all you do at the racetrack, and I know that's a lot and a lot of time consuming there. But how long does it take you to get back and go through all these pictures, and do you do any editing to the pictures once you get them there, get them home? Kind of what is that process for you?
You know what? That's an interesting question. I get that asked quite often, from other photographers and such like that. Now, if we're back talking about 2019, even in last season, 2020, I would spend hours and hours editing pictures and trying to get that stuff organized. Because on average, between both of my camera bodies, I take on average about anywhere from 800 to 1,000 pictures a night.
Wow. Whew.
Yeah. So but if you follow along on my Facebook page, you might only see somewhere between 30 and 50 of them is all you see. Because when I did get started, I was making these albums that was 3 and 4, 500 pictures, and stuff. And at the beginning of the 2020 season, I'm like, you know what? If I'm a race car driver, if I'm a fan, I am not going to sit there and look through 300 and 400 pictures just to try to find my driver or my car or whatever.
Right.
So, there towards the end of 2020, and especially this year, I'm just doing like 30 and 50. Some of my best that I think personally, some of my best pictures. And I just fired up that brand new website that I'm just stoked about. It's over there on michaelboggsphotography.net, and that's where a lot of unseen images is at. But going back to how long does it take me? I don't spend a lot of editing time no more, because the more you do it, the more familiar you are with your gear and what stuff does. And especially this little short off season that we had, I shot races all the way up to December at Volunteer Speedway there in Bulls Gap, Tennessee, with the driving series. And then I fired back up in February. So I took a few months there. I went in and majorly sat down and fine-tuned my equipment deep into the camera body itself. And so now, like the pictures you all are seeing here in 2021, I will have my pictures up within 2 hours now. Wow. Because I make my camera do the work, most of the work. I spend most of my time just cropping now.
I got you.
Well, I know the new software does help a lot. I mean, even for us, well, David doing all the editing that he does here, is the new technology has definitely made that easier for sure.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
Yeah, and like you just said, when
getting familiar, I know a lot of photographers, they run their photos through Photoshop, but I will tell you, I am absolutely horrible at Photoshop, because that thing is, I don't think there's any limits to it. I think it's a no-limit software.
You're right.
And I run Lightroom. I run everything through Lightroom, and I have some presets built in that that I like to use on some of my photos if needed. But again, I just make my cameras do the work.
Well, that's the way to do it, and I mean it's very comparable to a race car, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I know zero about a camera. Unfortunately, I wish I did. I wish I knew a little bit how to take a good picture, but I can't do it. But I do know if you spend the time at the house getting ready for everything, the work shows on the track, and just like it does in your stuff, man, because it really, really, really shows up.
And I really appreciate it. Like I said earlier, I'm a very hard critic on myself, and I tell everybody that. I don't know if y'all seen the Brandon Overton shot I got Thursday as a big rooster tail.
Yeah, that was an awesome shot.
To me, that's just it was an okay shot. But people commented on it saying it was a photo of the year. It needs to be put on T-shirts and stuff like that. I spoke to Brandon Overton there at Richmond Raceway Friday, which is the very next night, and he said he was blown away by how many people sent that image to him, and that it was a very impressive shot. But to me, it was an okay shot.
and that's how you become a great photographer, when you take a shot that everybody thinks is already wonderful, and it's just okay to you, but you're going to work harder to make it better. So
yeah, definitely. Like next time I back to Atomic, which is I'm hoping to get approved to go back. Yeah, I think it's May the 7th and 8th. I think they got a double header event there. And I'm going to look to improve that image somehow, some way. I'm going to improve that image if it comes about again.
I hear you, man. That's cool. Well, speaking of Atomic, that's where it was, wasn't it? That was Thursday night. Yes. So speaking of Atomic, also there, I'll throw him a little shout out here. You got some shots of our buddy, and he put a sticker on his car. Our buddy Kel Maben over there. I mean, and he's one of the reasons, honestly, I will say, one of the reasons I reached out to you to get you on the show, because he's like, man, I like him a lot. He's a really cool guy. So I was like, yeah, let's get him on the show. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I like Kel a lot, man. He's a cool cat. I met him, I believe it was last season. I believe it was. I want to say that we was at Brush Creek is when the sprint cars was there. I could be mistaken. I get my dates all mixed up for usual. But I believe it was Ashley Tackett. She races a Legend car, and she introduced me to him. And, me and Kel just took off, and we've become, good friends. And he's a very good supporter of my work.
He's a good guy. He really is.
Yeah, he definitely is. Sure is. Big racing family. That's one good thing about it, man. You can go anywhere and take all kind of photography and sports and different things, but you go to a good racetrack, you get around good people, and they'll all look out for you and take care of you. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, this racing community. When I started and I still giggle at it. When I started in 2019, none of these guys. Like Davenport, Ricky Weiss, Jimmy Owens, these big name guys, they wouldn't give me a time in the day to, when I was walking around with my camera in the pit, they wouldn't give me a time in the day to look at me or give me any kind of attention, try to get that photo and stuff. And just to think where I'm at today, I go walk up to Kyle Bronson, and I did it at Bristol there. I was like, hey, Kyle, man, I've got this shot in my head. I want to pull it off. Do you care if I, take my camera and stick it under your fender and take a picture of you working on this engine? He said, no, dude, go right ahead. Do what you got to do, man. And, I mean, the support that these big, even national touring guys, they've shown me here, it's been phenomenal.
That's cool. Well, speaking of support too, man, and I've noticed this between you and a few other photographers out there, man, y'all guys really seem like, to me, I guess just being around racing, everything always seems to be a competition. And I know there's probably some of that too, who can get the best shot of the night and stuff like that. But y'all really, really seem to support each other. And I've seen guys, computers messing up. All right, come put your pictures on mine. Do whatever you got to do. I mean, that's really cool, and it seems like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There is some photographers, they won't give you I'm not, I'm kind of a new guy on the block, I guess you can say, because I'm just going into my third year. And there's a lot of these older photographers, they've been into it, 10 plus years, 20 plus years. And, they really don't like me because I'm a new kid on the block. But I try my best to get along with everybody out there. If somebody needs a memory card and I've got it, I'll loan it to them. If they need a camera lens because they forgot one, I have one that I'm not using, I'll let them borrow it. We all have our off night. My good buddy Ryan Roberts Photography, man, me and him has become really, really close friends. We communicate on a daily basis now, and I have spent a lot of time in helping him to improve and get better. I'm not one of those photographers that hides anything. If you come and ask me what my shutter speed, my ISO, my f-stop, or if you come up to me and ask me why is my flash not firing or something like that, I'm not one of them photographers that will shy away and give you false information or tell you I'm not going to tell you, because I try my best to help each and every photographer out there. Try to get better, push them, and motivate them, and stuff like that.
There you go. That's what it's all about.
That's how it should be, man, for sure. Well, you said you planned out your schedule for the next few weeks. So where are you going to be headed here in the coming weeks?
Well, this Friday and Saturday, I am going to pull a double header with an AMS modified series. I'm going to be headed to Motor Raceway Park up there in Ohio, and then I guess you could say AMS and Lucas Oil Van, I'll be headed to Florence Speedway Saturday.
Cool. Yeah, you'll be doing some moving, man. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Each one of those tracks is about 2.5, 3 hours from me.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing where you at, though, really, is, Kentucky, Ohio, Tennessee. There's a lot of racetracks around there. North Carolina, there's a lot of racetracks that's within 3-4 hours of you, right?
Dude, I tell everybody, I feel like I'm one of the luckiest photographers out there, because within a 4-hour drive, man, the facilities and racetracks I could reach out to and go to is phenomenal. I mean, like I said, there's 5 tracks, technically 4 tracks. I went to 5 tracks in Tennessee, which Bristol was my newest track. But, I always try to go Bull Gap, Smoky Mountain Speedway, 411 Speedway, the Bad Fast Tads.
Oh, yeah.
I was down there a couple weeks ago. And Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio. I've only been to Kokomo in Indiana. That's the only track that's let me in there so far, because, like I said, I'm just a freelance photographer. I just request my own credentials. There's a lot of tracks that doesn't approve me. And that's the reason why I always ask people to try to leave my watermark on my photos when you share them on Facebook and stuff, just to help push my name out there. So, because you never know who looks at these photos.
That's right.
And so I'm very fortunate enough to be located around some of the finest racing facilities in the area.
Yeah, you definitely are, for sure. And speaking of your new website there, all the pictures you take that you put up there, whether they be fans or whether they be drivers, whatever, so they can go on your website and purchase pictures. What all formats do you sell?
Dude, I mean, it is endless. I sell, of course, my biggest sellers on there right now is digital photos. You can go on there, and I'm running a special. To be honest with you right now, it's only $10 an image for your personal license photo, like if you're going to keep it yourself. I sell them for $10 a piece right now. I've got them reduced because I'm looking to buy a new piece of equipment, camera equipment, and I don't want to pull it out of my back pocket. I want to try to do it off my sales. So I've lowered I've got them on sale for $10 a piece. But I offer anything from a 4x6 photo all the way up to a 24x36 photo,
Wow.
as well as keepsakes and keepsake gifts. Buttons and face masks and all that stuff. You can buy it right there on the website.
That's awesome.
That is awesome, man. Well, quick question. You being one, but also all the other guys out there, we see, especially on Facebook, a lot of pictures floating around. And like you said, some photographers put 300-400 pictures all of a sudden, just dump them on Facebook. We know that you should go at least to the website and purchase the picture, not just use it off of there. That's the best way to do it. But what is the best way to support you guys as photographers?
That's something that we as photographers, I don't know what it is about this season in particular. I know my pictures are hopefully getting better and stuff, but not only my pictures. I speak to Rich LeBrier, which is Dirt Man. I'm close contacts with him. Josh James with Josh James Artwork. And, there's a handful of photographers out there that I reach out to on either daily or weekly basis. We keep in contact. And this season, we are battling some bad issues. It seems like that folks just I don't want to say they don't have respect for us as photographers, but they just, if they can save themselves a penny, I think they're doing it, because when Walmart is making more money on printed photos than I am, then I think we're running into an issue. And that's what we're battling right now, is people taking our photos from Facebook, and they really seem to not care that they're low resolution, because the way I crop my photos right now, and I crop them so tight that if you would take my image to Walmart, you're going to get cut off of the nose, and you're cutting off the rear, decking and stuff like that. But it just seems like that people doesn't care no more. That they, it's free to them. They think that they can get on Facebook and it's free access for everybody, and to reach out, and they can do what they want to with it. But at the end of the day, as us photographers, we have copyright information that's embedded into the photos and such, and we watermark them and stuff, and it's not even the race fans and teams that's doing it. We've got companies out there that's doing the exact same thing, that's just taking the photos and putting them in parts catalogs and taking them and making T-shirts out of them and such like that. And they're not wanting to support the person that took the photo. You know, I wake up, I spend on average, when I leave the house to get back home, you know, I'm 6 hours on the road. And I spend 6 to 8 hours at the racetrack. And I spend 2 hours, you know, going through the photos and getting them put up on Facebook, you know, and, you know, the equipment's not cheap. You know,
Oh, no.
I'm not sponsored by nobody. Canon doesn't sponsor me. I don't have, everything comes out of my back pocket. Even when we travel, you know, that's a big thing. That's what really kind of aggravates me is people just don't have respect, you know, because I pay for my own gas. I pay for my own motel. I don't sleep in a car. Should I? Yeah, probably, because I'd save some money, but am I going to get a good rest night to go for the next day? Absolutely not. So I pay for my own motel bill. I pay for my own food because these tracks, they don't give us free food. We have to buy our own food. The only thing they give us is our media credentials to get into the track. After that, everything else comes out of our back pocket.
That's right.
And you know, I don't know if people just doesn't put thought into it or not, but it's not only me, myself, and I encourage everyone to support your local track photographer or your favorite photographer in general. If you can buy one photo off of them, that will help them get to the next event, because, you know, if you don't support your photographer, they might not have the money to travel to the next event, or they might not have, you know, the capability to go to the next event until, you know, some purchases have come through or something works out and at the end. So, and, you know, I spent a lot of money, you know, traveling and stuff. If anybody thinks I'm getting rich off this, they're thinking wrong, because I do have another side hobby. I sell on eBay. I consider myself a full-time eBay seller.
There you go.
And that's how I'm able to go on the weekends and push myself away, because I ask myself for a vacation. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
So, you know, I've really been blessed with eBay sales and stuff to allow me to do that and travel and stuff. But, you know, there could be a week that I don't have very good eBay sales, and or emergency might come up and I might expunge my funds for the week or something like that. So, you know, I encourage everybody, you know, to support support me is great. I would greatly appreciate any support. But like I said, support these other photographers, not only in my area, support them everywhere, you know, because it's just something that's, I think social media has done a little damage with.
Oh, definitely. That's the thing about us too. I mean, we've talked about it, but social media is good, but it also can hurt majorly, and especially in your field. That's hard, because like you said, people screenshot a picture in no time and be gone. But if you don't put them on there, you don't get any.
You're not out there,
right? You don't get any views, and people don't know about you. But man, we're going to definitely try to keep pushing everybody to check out Michael Boggs for sure, because like we've said, by far the best photographer that I've seen at a racetrack. So we look forward to hopefully meeting up at a racetrack here for too long.
Well, we've been saying we're going to do it forever, and he was at Volusia, and he was, I don't know, I've told you I don't know how many times, man, I'd love to see there, and somehow never get to meet up at the track.
Exactly. Never pass through it. I'm not one of those photographers, you know, everybody shoots their own way. Everybody has their own way that they like to take pictures. I'm the type of photographer, you know, I don't want to stand in turn 4, turn 3, turn 1 all night. Dude, I might be on the inside one time. I might go outside going, you know, you never know where I'm going to be at.
No, I see some of these pictures you do, and I think you're hopping around on a pogo stick out there somewhere as fast as you get there.
Yeah. My wife and my sister and her husband and them, they went to Portsmouth Raceway Park to a Lucas Oil event one night, and I was there taking pictures. And they said that they watched me more than they watched the cars, because it was a guess where Michael is. Because I would be in turn 1 minute, and before the next lap, you know, before the next heat race come out, I might be on the outside of turn 4. You never knew where I was going to be at.
It's like
So
it's like where's
it's
Waldo?
Yeah, it was like where's Michael instead of where's Waldo. But, I walk on average about 2 miles a night. Go to an event. I walk on average 2 miles a night. That's that's including my pit shots and on track stuff. Where I'm bouncing around so much, it's actually about 2 miles a night that's what my Apple Watch tells me at least.
Well, I know when we were, and yours is probably more too, but man, I'm gonna tell you what, we were at Bristol. Sterling's watch said we had walked 10 miles that day, so I know yours had to be just ringing around your wrist.
Oh man, dude, let me tell you, I made a post on my personal Facebook page after coming back from Bristol that if anybody's going for future races, 1, wear comfy shoes. 2, eat a lot of bananas, because I bet you I ate a whole box. You know how grocery stores receive the bananas in those big banana boxes?
Oh yeah.
I swear I must have ate a whole box of them bananas because I cramped so bad. There was nothing flat about that track.
Nothing's flat.
I'm still a firm believer that the infield of that track has still got a dome to it.
I definitely believe that.
Flat.
Yeah, there's definitely nothing flat.
My legs never cramped so bad. And, taking so many pictures, especially Bristol Dirt Nationals. What was it, 1,400 cars there?
Yeah, it was a lot.
And, that's a lot of pictures to try to take, because if you don't take pictures of that one car, they will put you on the blacklist.
Exactly.
That's right.
I mean, because they think that you're mad at them or something like that. Or something, and you got 1,400 cars to try to take pictures of, and I was very, I felt like I was pretty lucky, to be honest with you, to go to the Bristol Dirt Nationals, because that was an invite only for photographers, basically.
Wow.
They just let any mom and pop in there. I was down in Volusia, and Speedway Shots, Mike Stecker, out of North Dakota, I believe.
Wow.
He had the contract on that. And he sent me an email and asked me if I wanted to be part of his team. And I was like, sign me up. I'm ready.
Heck yeah.
So, thanks to Mike Specker with Speedway Shots for inviting me to go down there. And actually, I haven't said nothing, and I guess it could probably, I don't know. It's not official, I would say. But there is some bigger events that I will be traveling to, and I will be adding to my states.
Nice.
Where I've been taking pictures of.
Good deal, man.
That's in the works.
That is awesome.
We're going to be looking for them for sure.
I promise you we'll be looking them out. So tell them one more time, what is your website so they can go there and purchase some awesome pictures.
Yeah, it is Michael Boggs, Boggs, photography.net. Go to Google and you can just type in Michael Boggs Photography. And I think I'm like the second link down on Google. On that, I encourage everybody to. I think I'm only 2. As of right now, as we're speaking, I'm sitting here looking at the screen. I am only 2 likes away on my Facebook Michael Boggs Photography page of reaching 12,000 subscribers.
Well, how about
that? Is awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And I don't want to retract back, but my biggest month was the Bristol Dirt Nationals. I had do you remember the crash that I captured?
Oh, yeah.
There on the back. That picture, that particular post reached 500,000 people.
Jesus.
500,000 people. That was insane. It got shared like, I think, 2,500 times, and it reached 500,000 people. But I'm only 2 likes away, so, by the time you're listening to this, maybe it will, I've already reached that 12K. I'm pretty active on Twitter and Instagram as well. Not as much as I am Facebook. I consider my number one priority is Facebook. So go over and check the photos out there. I always love seeing the comments that people have relating to my pictures and stuff. I get a lot of support from other photographers from all across the United States.
That's awesome, man. Well, awesome deal, man. Well, maybe you can send some of them subscribers our way, too.
Hey, absolutely, yeah.
Nah, man, it's gone.
I'll make sure I'll share it on my page and
For-
give you some love.
For sure, man. We sure appreciate that. And, man, I'm going to tell you, we appreciate you coming on tonight and hanging out with us. And we'll definitely have to do it again, and definitely gonna have to meet up sometime soon.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I don't do a whole lot through the week. You know, I did actually pick fishing back up because my oldest son is 8 years old now. He's getting ready to turn 9, and he's had interest in going fishing, so we're doing that. So I don't burn myself up in photography. I started a YouTube channel on fishing.
There you go.
With him and some of my close friends, you know, and I do that. But, you know, contact me anytime. I always enjoy talking about photography, talking about motorsports in general and stuff like that. And you never know where you're going to see me at next time.
I know
it. Say that.
You all over the place. We don't know. Oh, that's cool. What kind of fish y'all been catching, man?
Mainly catfish. I'm back into catfishing.
Sweet.
But with my little boy, you know, I'm starting him off something that's relatively easy to catch, which is bluegill.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm that way that he doesn't, you know, 5 minutes later he's ready to go home or put the pole down and play in the sand or dirt. So I'm getting him on some bluegill right now, and he's having a ball with that and stuff. Then I'm going to work him on up to where we can get him into some catfishing.
You need to come down here with us one time and go about 40, 50 miles offshore.
Oh, absolutely. I've done it one time. I had a ball. But yeah, I'm definitely game for some deep sea fishing because my number one food is seafood. And I made a post on my Facebook earlier about what track should I add to my track list next. And somebody commented, I think it was like New York or something. That's just getting me closer to Maine because, man, I could eat me some lobster.
Well, I believe that, but I'm gonna give you one little hint real quick. If you go back to Volusia, make sure you head down as past Daytona. It's kind of what was it? Kind of between Daytona and New Smyrna.
Yeah, come along there.
There's this little place. It is in the middle of nowhere, but it's actually on the inlet down there. It's called Off the Hook. Man,
dude, I went down.
Did you go? Dude, that's some good food, ain't it?
It's like surrounded by all that body of water and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I went down there and I killed the oysters and shrimp. Man.
I hear you
that
there.
was a fantastic restaurant.
Dude, it is awesome. Yeah, we hit it up while we were down there first.
That is somewhere I could eat every night that I'm down there at Volusia. But, you know, I'm looking forward to getting back to Volusia, but I tell you where I want to get into, and I didn't get approved this year again, but I want to make it to East Bay before it closes down.
Yeah, we do too. We definitely do too. That's a cool little track, a crazy little track, but I want to see it before it's gone too myself.
Yeah, I just want to go there and take pictures at that event before it closes down, before I lose my opportunity. So hopefully in 2022, I can make my way in and find me a way to get into East Bay in 2022.
For sure, man. Well, man, I want to tell you what, I hope we see you there for sure. I hope we see you at many other places. But like I said, buddy, I sure appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. And, man, I can't wait to do it again.
Oh, absolutely, man. This has been a blast. I'm not very good at speaking, you know.
We're not either, don't worry.
In general or something, but man, this has just been an absolute blast because, you know, a lot of them questions that you asked there was very important questions related into photography and stuff. And a lot of people just, like I said, doesn't put a lot of thought into it. They don't know what goes behind. A lot of people just think, you know, you just buy you a Walmart camera and you can go out and take pictures and it's just easy, just point and shoot. But I seen a comment on my friends list that somebody made that, you know, they went and done that route. They went and bought them a camera because they thought it was easy. And they said that they gained so much respect to like people like myself and Ryan Roberts and Josh James and people like that for what they can do because it's not as easy as it looks.
That is for sure, man. For sure, because I know I definitely can't do it.
Yeah. I tell everybody, you know, I started out not knowing what I was doing. It's all about how much you're willing to learn.
That's right.
If you're willing to learn, you can do anything. But if you're not willing to learn and try to do your best, you're not going to make it nowhere.
That's right. That is right. Well, cool deal, man. Well, we're going to jump off of here and finish up the show here, but we sure appreciate you coming on, man.
Absolutely. I appreciate you all for having me. It's been a blast.
Very cool. Michael Boggs, hang out with us there for a while. Man, I didn't know. Well, I did know there was so much to photography, but he knows all about it, man. It's cool, and you can tell he loves it.
Yeah, he does, man. He's like we've always said. He just seems like a really cool, down to earth dude, and he's just a freelance photographer doing what he loves to do. And that's like he said, kind of like us. You know, we do it because we love to do it. We don't get paid a fortune to do it, but you know, he kind of he depends on people going on that website and buying his stuff. And so everybody listening, please do that. Go on and find you some, you know, your favorite picture, whether it's your car or you know, one of your favorite drivers, whatnot. Definitely support him out. You know, get some stuff from him, and we can keep seeing those good pictures because he cannot do it for free. Ain't no way around it.
Nah, if those guys can't make it to the track, you don't see good pictures.
That's it for sure. So I hope he catches his break that he deserves. You know, I'd love to see him get picked up with a tour there and be able to travel around, and that'd be something else, man. He definitely deserves it. So we'll be rooting him on for sure.
Definitely so. Definitely so. Well, we got to talk about them this week. We talk about them every week. SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Those two companies mainly. Stock Cars, I was actually going to say SRI Performance. I don't know what I'm going to say, actually. Who knows?
You never know.
I never know what I'm going to say. SRI Performance, we appreciate them every week being on with us, helping us out as much as they can. Guys, it's getting, you know, it seems like we just started the season. I know it's the end of April already.
I don't remember when the season ended, to be honest.
That's true, too.
I don't.
That's true. But in some places, it's already getting close to mid-season.
Yeah, for sure.
There's been a lot of cars that have been tore up, and there's a lot of cars that need just that extra little bit, where you know you get that extra little bit from SRI Performance, because they got everything that you need. Everything. Yeah,
they do. And you know, well, up north, you know, kind of getting started up there here recently. It's not been too long started. So don't forget about the SRI Performance there in Indy. A little bit closer for y'all. Want to run up there and get something, or go on and order. They'll overnight stuff to you. You have it there next day. So definitely check them out. You can get everything you need.
Definitely so. Also, you guys, it's I've been seeing how some of y'all driving. Some of y'all need some more sheet metal already. So
yeah,
make sure y'all get up with Stock Car Steel and Aluminum and get you some fresh metal for that car. I know some of them you guys like to put one body on it a year and beat it out as much as you can, at least make the whole season out of it. But man, with the prices Stock Car Steel and Aluminum's got, you can't beat it. You might as well put a new door on that thing.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and get you some sheet metal, put it in the trailer, keep it. Just keep restocking.
There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Also, don't ever forget your Draco spring needs are at SRI Performance. They got all your PDF sheets at sriperformance.com. Also, they got every part that they have available on the website. Also, while you're on there, and when we were just talking about Kel Maben, said he messaged me the other day. He said, "Man, you saved me some money." I said, "I wouldn't even think about it." And I was like, "How did I save you money?" He said, "I ordered some stuff off SRI." He said, "I used promo code CBONE10." He said, "I saved me 10%."
That's it.
On my Draco Springs is actually what he was buying.
Hey, he got a twofer.
He got the best thing you could buy at a great deal.
That's it.
So make sure you use promo code CBONE10. That is C as in
chicken.
BONE10 at time of checkout. Get you 10% off. Also, up there in that same area, we can't ever forget about our buddy Earl Ramey with Earl Ramey Racing Engines.
He is the man.
I'm just going to let you know. I know we talk about this every week too, but he put a whole list of his drivers that sat in victory lane this week. Dude, it was like, I don't know how many pictures. I mean, just pile of them.
Dude, we keep saying it week in and week out. I mean, it's proven over and over. You don't get better. You don't get better equipment.
No,
you don't get better engines from anywhere.
No, and a lot of those guys that are getting engines from him are also taking advantage of his chassis dyno. booking some time on there, and they're not only getting the maximum horsepower they can get from whatever specified engine he's building for you, he's also getting, when you go on that chassis dyno, you can find out and work through any bugs that you have in your car that are draining horsepower from him, whether it be, stuff throughout the driveline, whether it be a transmission, on back to your rear ends,
definitely,
and stuff, and brakes even.
There's a lot of moving parts on a race car, so you get you a good, fast, strong motor and wonder why it don't work. Wonder why it don't get to the rear tires. You go there, you'll figure it out why.
Figure it out quick. So y'all go check out Earl Ramey Racing Engines and his chassis dyno and all the best engines you can get in the world. Go check them out today and get you some horsepower and get up front.
That's it.
For sure. Well, there was a lot of racing, but it was all over the place this past weekend.
There was,
as we were just talking to Boggs
they were everywhere. Started out Wednesday, I think it was. Yeah, with our buddy Kale and all them.
That was Thursday.
Thursday
at Atomic.
Yeah, my days are screwed up. Thursday. Started out there. Like he said, he was there. Kale was there. Strong race car, but boys got. Kale's got him a good car now.
He was second fast in practice for a long, long time. That car's strolling. He called me, what was that, Friday? We were riding around, and I texted him, and he called me. He said, man, I've never been in a car that's this fast. I said, this is a good one in that legend car there.
Yeah, I hate he burned his other one up and all that. That was very unfortunate. Glad he was okay, but all things happen for a reason, I feel like, and he got him a good one now for sure. So, glad it's a good piece there for him. And like he said, he's still learning. He's still making mistakes. But you got to make them mistakes to learn what not to do.
That's right.
So a lot of things he learned, and he'll take forward to the next race, and he'll be ready to stay up front there.
That's for sure. On to the super late model portion of that. Old Devin Moran finally got him one there at Atomic. He said it'd been a while since he had done anything good there at Atomic, and that's a close track to home for him.
Yeah, for sure. That's a tough little track, though, man.
Dude,
that's a tough track.
The high side is where you have to be. It always is. Always has been at that track.
But you got to be close. You got to be careful.
But it's sketchy.
Yeah, for sure.
Boone Briggs was there. He was running. He was fast. And I thought he was going to launch himself off the back straightaway.
Yeah.
And I think he did eventually.
Yeah.
But the way they moved the wall more, there used to be no wall at all in the back straightaway. It used to just start coming in turn 3. Well, now they have extended that wall for whatever reason down the back straightaway. It's about halfway down the back straightaway now. And they got tires all piled up around the end of it and everything. Man, he comes so close to that thing one time. I thought he was done.
That's you definitely got to be on your game when you run the top there for sure. Which, like you said, the bottom slicked off pretty bad and
very early too.
Yeah, so they had to move up, but cool to see. It puts on a good race.
I love that track. I love watching races at the track.
Yeah,
it's really cool. Then everything moved over to Richmond, Kentucky. Somebody told me I said Richmond, I'm still in the wrong state. Somebody said I said Richmond, Virginia last week. Maybe I did.
I probably did. I don't know.
Well, being that the Cup race was in Richmond, Virginia, I probably did. So Richmond, Kentucky. If you heard that last week, I am sorry. I apologize.
1-800 our bad. Call me.
Exactly. Call us. We'll give you our apology letter.
Yeah, but no, that's pretty cool for sure too. And man, I that's getting close to where we could run up there. I just want to.
I know. Just take off and go.
I know it, man. We had our 3 weeks, and now I'm wanting to get back at it for sure.
Yeah, we definitely did. Old T-Mac put it in victory lane at Richmond there on Friday night.
Yeah, sure did. My buddy Ricky, he had a good strong car there too.
Yeah, he's been pretty strong. He won his heat race, and I think he ended up with a 4th place. I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was 4th.
I think it was 4th. He heard him on the show last week. Ended up with a 4th place finish. So that was pretty strong for him because he's been, which rightfully so. You start building. It's one thing just start out with a new car. But no, you start out building your own car
especially when you don't have anybody else to lean on
Exactly.
to see. That's got to be tough. Definitely is. So that's rewarding for them to be able to get a top 5, I'm sure.
Definitely so. And I know he wants to get it in Victory Lane this year because he got used to visiting Victory Lane every once in a while over the past few years, and I know he wants to get back there, and I feel like he'll be there for too long. It seems like every time they go to the track, they're making a little bit more progress with the car.
It's definitely positive gains every time they go, so definitely look forward to that for sure.
Brush Creek ended up having to cancel again, second year in a row, for weather. Well, last year was COVID. This year, weather. The Jackie Boggs Memorial Race was supposed to be there on Saturday night. I saw they are moving that to, God, I can't even remember right now. I'm sorry. I have to look it up, but it's not going to be a sanctioned event, but it's still going to be Jackie Boggs Memorial and do all the giveaways that they were supposed to do at this one. So they're going to make it work. Then a race that I was happy to see happen because this track, me and Sterling, I don't know, for some reason over the past couple of years, we've ended up going to Ohio a good bit, and we have passed the old West Virginia Motor Speedway so many times, and seen cows out on it. We've seen grass growed up over the stands and everything else. And last year when I heard it was coming back, I was like, man, I'd never seen a race there anyway. But I always said that looked like an awesome track.
Oh, definitely.
And it definitely was. I mean, so they started back up Sunday and had a decent car count. I think some guys were kind of scared.
That rain kind of messed them up.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, like you said, man, it's awesome. That track's right off the interstate, so you ride by and there it is, boom. It's pretty cool. And we went up to the Dirt Track World Championship last year, and they were actually working on it then.
Yeah.
So we knew we were, and I don't think there was any, at that point, I don't remember there being any announcement yet, but we saw that they were working on it, so we knew that it was in the works, so that was pretty cool.
Something's happening.
Yeah. So yeah, it is neat for sure. Not far up there for us, not really. So we'll definitely get up there soon. But gem up facility, man.
Yeah. Heard there was a little bit of rocks in the dirt last night. Ain't nothing can't be fixed. It's happened everywhere.
Yeah.
And especially with all the dirt they've had to haul back in for this track, and it's hard to sift all through every bit of it to begin with.
Yeah, definitely is. But they'll get it. They'll get it right. But they got them a good foundation to work off of. They got a really nice place and good location. So they'll get the little kinks and the rocks worked out of it, and and they'll be ready for it for sure. But yeah, put on a jam up race, man. I like that track.
That's cool. Oh, Superman decided to show him up there. Jonathan Davenport showed up and showed out as he does. Them Longhorns was working this week, wasn't they?
They sure was. He started out the season strong over there in Arizona and come back and hit a little slump there, seemed like, but he's back on it now, man. He's showing out pretty good. Last week won at, where was that, Tazewell, or I can't remember.
Somewhere, I can't remember.
I don't remember. Anyway,
he won at Bristol. Started off,
right?
Went there, won, and
kind of kept it going. But yeah. Anyway, he got it going on right now. So he's a pretty cool dude too. We talked to him at Cherokee a good bit, and real good with the kids and all stuff. So
yeah,
that's pretty neat.
Good stuff. I ain't even looked to see what all racing's coming up this week as far as dirt side. So I know all y'all are fans out there. Y'all know what's coming up anyway. Probably better than we do most of the time.
Yeah, it's hard for us to keep up with all that for sure.
We've been so busy, man. I ain't been able to keep up with nothing.
No, not at all.
It's been crazy. So,
but the Cup cars did get to see a little bit of that race yesterday.
We'll go before that a little bit. The Xfinity cars. I want to talk about them just a little bit. I didn't get to see a whole lot of it. But Jeb Burton finally got him a win. I was glad to see that. I don't know. And I guess it was kind of the same way back in the day. I wasn't that much of a Jeff Burton fan, but I was a Ward Burton fan.
Right.
And right now I don't dislike Harrison Burton, don't get me wrong, but I'm more of a Jeb Burton fan.
Yeah, I like him. He's just kind of just laid back and whatever.
He's like his daddy. I mean,
oh yeah, just like it. He definitely laid back, so it's pretty cool to get to see, like you said, for him to bring home a win there, and it's always a crapshoot there for sure.
oh, show.
I'd like to see what Josh Berry would have done had not he had that. Well, he had a loose wheel.
No, he had a what happened? There was something happened. I can't remember. But anyway, shot him right there to the back right before it rained. And so he got stuck in 31st.
Yeah.
He redeemed himself yesterday, though.
Yeah, he did.
He went up there to the Cars Tour and took on that 30K.
Man, I'm telling you what, he's hard to handle in those late model stocks, bro.
Dude, that boy, I think he could drive one of them blindfolded. But moving on to Cup race. Really, before the race even started, I guess you'll say there was some controversy, but it wasn't even known until about lap 7. Kyle Larson, and this is what sucks about not having practice, in my opinion. I guess they put on the radiator some sort of protector when they're transporting the cars. I don't really understand why they need it when they're in an enclosed trailer. But they put on a radiator protector. Well, somebody missed taking it off. He said it was running hot under the pace laps.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, again, going back, I don't like not having practice for a lot of reasons. At least a 20-minute practice, I don't care. But one reason I don't like it is for safety reasons. I mean, there's no telling. I mean, the crews, all that, they're all human. Things happen. It is what it is. But, giving people, giving the crew, giving the teams, drivers, whatever, 15, 20-minute practice is not going to hurt anything.
No, but right before they go out and when they pull them out, run through inspection.
I mean, I don't really understand what. I wish somebody would tell me, and maybe they have said it, but I just don't. What is the purpose of not giving them any practice? What is the purpose? I
just don't understand why you can. I know their whole COVID stuff. It's less time around each other. All right, well, regardless of it's less time, they're still there. But they could spend really they end up spending 3 weeks in Daytona.
Oh yeah,
and that was okay. But we can't have. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one for a whole lot of practice, but stuff like that is found in practice, and I know that's part of the game. I understand it, but from a competition side, who knows what Kyle Larson would have done? I mean, even if they would have had to, if he would have went out and practiced and been like, "Hey, this thing's all of a sudden running hot," he probably would have cut it off in practice and saved the motor. Or at worst case scenario, they pull out the backup car.
Yeah, there's a lot of things they could have done there, and I don't know, man. It's just whatever, but it's a tough break. It happens. Yeah, they should have took it out. They didn't. They lost the motor because of it. Could have lost the race. Whatever. Who knows? But
no, they did. Did last.
I don't know. It's just I see no gains of not having a quick practice before the race.
I don't either.
Still do it in one day. What is it going to hurt to give them a shakedown practice? I do not understand it.
And most of them aren't even going to take that much time out there. Most of them are going to go out there, run the car 2 laps, make sure nothing's loose, check wheels, and come back in, check wheels, and
that's it.
And park it on the grid.
That is it. I mean, I don't know. I don't get that, but whatever. It happens, and that's what happened there. He lost the motor because of it. So it is what it is. But dude, I don't know, man. Joe Logano was complaining, whatever, about it. I still have the same thought on super speedway racing. To me, it's just luck now, 100%.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the fastest car up front doesn't mean anything because 10 of them in the line is going to be a whole lot stronger than that one. A good drafting car doesn't necessarily mean anything. Because if you're in a pack of 10, or you're in line of a pack of 10 and you're in a middle car, you might be the best car, but where are you going to go?
That's right.
You can't go no. And so it's just, I don't know. And it just getting to pushing things, and We saw it yesterday. I mean, it caused a bunch of wrecks and pushing and all that, and it seemed like nobody could get around Denny Hamlin. If somebody got on Denny, he just got so loose he could not control the car.
I don't know, he was loose. It was like he was trying to break somebody's momentum almost, is what it almost looked like he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Or trying to, pull a pass back on them after they got past. And I don't know. He just was kind of a squirrel out there. It looked like to me in some way, shape, or form. Every time somebody got around him, all of a sudden his car started going side to side, and somebody would spin off his nose. That was like the second wreck he was involved in. I didn't understand. They were saying, who was it? Keselowski come up the track. They were saying Keselowski blocked, but they went and showed another video, and yes, Keselowski come up the track, but there was still a foot between him and Martin Truex Jr. But Denny's on the back of Martin Truex Jr. just going side to side, and all of a sudden, there goes everybody around right in front of everybody again. Which he was also mad at Bubba Wallace at the time, his own driver.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's a tough thing to do. And I mean, who are we to say whatever? I don't know. I don't know what you do in that kind of sense, but it's just a hold on and ride. That's all you can do. And it's, I don't know. It's not as exciting as it used to be to me.
No, me neither. But I got one, I guess, little bone to pick, I guess, with NASCAR. How? Do not misunderstand me, because no, she has not been no front runner, no whatever. I don't care. No, she hasn't done it. She hasn't. She's. I don't know if she's not just that great a driver. I don't know if she just has terrible equipment. I don't know. I don't even care. NASCAR did not approve Jennifer Jo Cobb to run at Talladega. We may have talked about this just for a second last week.
Yeah.
But I want to go in a little more in depth in it, I guess. And she was approved, what was it, 2 years ago, I think it was? Or 2018 or something like that. Anyway, she was approved then. They said they based it off of performance. Recent performance is what they said. All right, well, here's my problem with it. One, she has at least showed up to every truck race, plus some Xfinity races. And regardless of where she has finished, most of the time she has run a good, it hasn't been on the lead lap, but she's run a fair amount of the race. She has seen the checker flag. All right, that's my first issue with that. Next issue is Derek Cope. Don't get me wrong, he won a race. Might have won a couple, I don't know. He ain't running forever. He made it 3 laps at Daytona, but he was approved to drive at Daytona this year.
Right.
When's the last time Derek Cope has done anything?
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
All right. Another one that I just cannot understand for the life of me why they keep on with him. Quinn Houff. That dude.
He's just got money, and they let him run. I reckon. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, Daddy's got plenty of money, I assume. But this fool came down from the third lane at, what was it, Texas a couple years ago?
Yeah.
And took out like 3 cars. And he just keeps on. Yesterday, all up in the wall again. He can't go a whole race hardly without wrecking. But yet he's approved to drive.
It makes 0 sense.
Like I said, I'm not a huge Jennifer Jo Cobb fan or nothing, but I don't see how you can approve him to drive, and he never ran a full season in truck, Xfinity, nothing.
Right.
But yet, you approve him to drive, but yet Jennifer Jo Cobb isn't.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that either. Yeah, that just kind of goes back to they're all in NASCAR's world and they're living in it. They can do whatever they want to do.
Apparently so.
I don't know. I don't get it. But go back to the race. You
don't want to touch on that now?
Well, I think you touched it. You got my opinion.
I get all the good out of that
I
one.
think you did. No, man, I hated to see Matt DiBenedetto, man. Why in the world, dude? I don't know if he's listening to a spotter or what, but God, as soon as I saw him go up, I said, that's it.
Done.
That line wasn't formed up top, and
The bottom line had been fast the entire race. They had to get a big line working up top to make a pass.
right.
To make a run out front. I don't know, like you said, I don't know if it was his spotter said run coming up top or something, because it was. It was for a minute second. Ryan Blaney was coming up top. He had one car behind him, though. That was it.
Yeah.
That is, and all of a sudden that car moved. He thought he was going to go to outside and pass Blaney. So what happened? Matt drops like a rock.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just the name of the game, I guess. But I think if he'd have stayed down, I think he could have controlled that race. I mean, even if the top would have formed some, I think he could have controlled both lines at that point.
Yeah.
Going down the back straightaway. But I don't know. It's what it is.
I'm still not going to say he would have won, but that'd have been his. That would have gave himself the best chance to win if he'd stayed on the bottom.
Yeah, I think so too. And I mean, he did well, did a lot better than I could have, probably for sure. But you know, it kind of seemed like too he was waiting too late to make moves.
Yeah.
Just watching other experience, Denny Hamlin up front leading the pack, Joe Logano leading the pack. A lot of that spotter for sure telling him win, but man, I just hate it. I really was hoping he's gonna get that win.
I'd have been on 100 win, which I told you before that. I said they have totally jinxed this for him because all of them boys up in the booth, Clint, Jeff, all of them. They was all the 100th win for Wood Brothers would be awesome if he can get the win here today. It'd be, kept on. I'm like, oh, they have totally jinxed him.
Yeah.
There's no way he's winning this race.
Not at all.
Like I said though, a little bit back there, Denny seemed mad with Bubba a few times.
Yeah, he did. I don't know. Bubba was jumping everywhere, man. He was he wasn't being a team player.
That's what he said. Not being a team player.
But dude, he just jumped back and forth everywhere.
No, he was fast though.
He was very fast, but sometimes in I think in Denny's perspective, sometimes you just got to let off the throttle a little bit and kind of stay with your group, stay with your team, whatever. And they were trying to get a line formed and work momentum in their favor, and he'd jump out and kill that momentum over and over and over. So
yeah,
I think he's just antsy to get up front. I think just antsy to try to hurry up and get up there. And doing that, you won't have any. Whether your teammates or not, you will not have any help towards the end of a race like that, because they know that, okay, well, he's bailed on me all race.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna go with me. I'm not going with him at the end of this race, because
that's right.
Where's he going? So I think you got to be. I think you got to stay loyal and stay strict to whatever your game plan was pre-race,
at least to the last few laps.
Right.
Yeah. So there might be a little trouble in paradise over there.
I ain't lying, but Michael Jordan might be putting his foot down. His size 22, he might be.
He's tired of signing the paychecks.
Yeah.
Somebody don't win.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's bad. So old Brad Keselowski took off with that.
Yeah, well, he was there when it counted. He
led to one lap. That's all he led.
That's it. He held his line and he did what he was supposed to do, and that's all you can do, man. But there was a lot of good cars took out through that race. But that's either here or there. Daytona Talladega, that's all about staying alive and being able to run all the laps to be there at the end. And that's what he did. And like you said, he didn't lead none but the last one on the one that counted.
That was it. So, yeah, all on that. Well, kind of sticking between NASCAR and Dirt World here for another moment. some cars we typically don't touch on near as much as we probably should. I guess there just ain't enough time in the day for us half the time. But Bristol had its final dirt race of the year, the dirt weekend, I guess you'll say, of 2021. Ain't what year it is? Yeah.
Yep. For sure.
So the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars and the dirt car modifieds, big block modifieds, took the weekend at Bristol for the throwdown up there. And man, they should have just got out the broom because David Gravel swept both races in the 410 sprints. And our SRI Stock Car Steel teammate, I guess we'll call him, Stuart Friesen, swept the weekend in the big block modifieds.
Yes, sir. Sure did. And speaking of SRI,
are you going there?
I'm going to try to go there. Maybe, I'm going to the same place you're going.
Go there.
Speaking of SRI, it's pretty cool. We talked about it last week. Ricky Weiss took home the SRI redraw award, $500. And old Mike Mahaney with the big block modified, he won both redraws.
That's what I was fixing to say. Get out the broom. There was nothing but sweeping going on at
Bristol. That's all it was, man. That is it. So that was definitely cool. So our buddy Randy up there with Mike both races.
And it's cool that
Friday and Sunday.
It's really cool that they are an SRI driver. Team SRI.
Absolutely. So that worked out really good for them, for sure. But yeah, I didn't really figure any different. David Gravel's been on his game this year, and so has Stuart Friesen in the big block modified. So they had it going on.
Dude, did you see the lap speed that David Gravel turned? Or no, it wasn't David Gravel. It was somebody else. I forgot who it was. Anyway, a lap speed, the fastest lap of the weekend that was turned there.
What was it?
It's like 146 mile an hour lap average.
It's unreal, dude. I saw 13.5.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. It is insane. That is, I don't know how they focus. I do not know how they focus.
Might as well say 150 mile an hour on a half-mile track.
Yep. It's unreal.
That's crazy.
Unreal, for sure. I'd like to get up there and watch them next year, I think. I like to say, we don't get to see many sprint cars around here. They don't come too close.
Yeah. Or the modifieds either.
Yeah,
we've had more this year than we've ever had.
Yeah, well, we get to see the big blocks down in Volusia. We always go the week of the sprint or the late models to Volusia.
Right.
So we may try to go a week early. Who knows? Maybe I guys try to see some sprint cars this year down there. But they put on a pretty good show too, for sure. But I hate Kyle Larson couldn't run Sunday. It rained out Saturday.
He could have.
Yeah, if he knew what he knew pre-race, he would have probably definitely lined that up. But no, I think he was scheduled to run Friday and Saturday, and they rained out Saturday, so he couldn't run Sunday. But definitely cool, and I think it's going to be good next year. I think they've learned a lot at Bristol, so we'll see what they make happen next year.
See what they do. See if they do anything different with the dirt. I think something will happen with the dirt. Whether we actually hear about what actually happens or not, I don't know. But I think it ended up getting a little more dusty in every form than they wanted. Especially the Cup race.
Right.
So I think something a little bit different will probably happen there.
Yeah, there's a lot of things they could do. It's going to prolong the race a little bit, but I mean, they could split it up and work it halfway, like we said. And there's a lot of things they could do, but it takes a lot of time. There's a lot of effort in going and doing that.
I think it ended up being. They just said that dirt was coming back in 2022. They did not say when or what date. I have a feeling it's going to be later in the year. It's going to be the night race.
I kind of hope so.
I do too.
I really do. I would love to see that. So we'll be looking for that for sure. And hopefully that'll come out pretty soon here. I'm sure it's going to have to, as far as scheduling wise, to get everything wrapped around the other series it's going to run and all that. But they get it worked out. Maybe they can get a Lucas Tour there or World of Outlaw, whatever it's going to be as far as the dirt stuff. But it'd be pretty neat to see. But The other races for that Triple Crown deal is going to be at Texas and Las Vegas.
Yep.
So definitely everybody be staying tuned and be ready for that. I'm assuming it's going to be on Race XR.
Race XR, yep.
So far as the Dirt Nationals go, really cool show though. Really, I mean, unbelievable. Like Michael said, 1,400 cars. I mean, it's unreal what all was there, and you just can't see everything in a day. You cannot do it. It's insane, but that'll give some people that's a little bit farther out west the opportunity to take part in that.
For sure. So be watching. There's gonna be a lot of racing coming up. It's getting that time of year. It's a whole lot of racing coming up. It's been a whole lot of racing all year, but it's finally getting warmer everywhere, and it's time to really crank it up.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody was locked up last year, couldn't do much. They want to go racing now.
Exactly. So anyway, guys, want to thank, as always, again, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Draco Springs, our buddy Randy Keene, they're at RK Motorsports Consulting, and SRI Performance. Earl Ramey Racing Engines, thank them a whole lot. Forward Bite Apparel, y'all heard them on here last week. Y'all guys go get you some Forward Bite. Every racer wants it. So go get you some. They didn't do any racing this weekend, so they'll be, I think, back this weekend racing. Old Coltrane there. Checkered, the Race Hub. New social media for racing. All racing all the time. Y'all go check it out. RMAX Solutions. Any of you guys in the fab industry or any of you guys with a race shop that has a lot of fabrication equipment, y'all need parts for that equipment, or you need to replace that equipment, you need to buy new, you need to buy used, check out RMAX Solutions. They'll hook you up. So I think I got through that pretty good this week.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You getting pretty good at it for sure.
I'm kind of professional.
Kind of professional. Semi-professional.
Semi-professional.
Yeah. No, again, man, thanks for Michael Boggs coming on, hanging out with us. Really cool to hear that side of the racing world. And definitely go check him out, michaelboggsphotography.net. Go buy you something. Awesome pictures, digital. Like you said, you got them from, what did they say, a 4x6?
4x6 to a
24 by 36.
A huge
stuff, man. Awesome stuff. You will not find a better picture of a race car, in my opinion, anywhere. So definitely go check that out. Look forward to seeing him at a racetrack soon. But one other little thing before we get off of here, they had a like a drawing, raffle, whatever you want to call it, 4 throwback race cars for the number 11 Denny Hamlin Sports Clips Toyota for the throwback here at Darlington.
And the winner was? Drum roll.
We probably got one, a button over there that's got a drum roll on it.
We got this.
Well, that's kind of like it.
Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not really a drum roll, but really cool guy that I've grew up knowing. My daddy helped for years. Mr. Slick Johnson, man, got paint scheme on the car. It was a very quick little raffle deal. It didn't take long.
Yeah, fan vote that they put up on Facebook. We shared it. There's a bunch of people around here shared it, and they really got the word out. And we appreciate all y'all. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for voting for Slick Johnson's paint scheme there. He was a local hero to all of us guys around here in the racing world. He jumped in NASCAR when there wasn't a whole lot of guys other than him and Kelly Yarborough, pretty much from around here in the racing scene there. And so it's awesome. Gonna see his paint scheme running around Darlington again. Yeah,
sure will be. Looking forward to that. So again, we appreciate everybody for voting. And hey man, I'm ready for that. It's gonna be here soon. Couple weeks.
We'll be might be over at Darlington.
Yeah, we'll be interviewing people in the stands because we won't be able to get inside.
We'll do that. That'll be fine. If we can get within 6 feet. I'm going to have to get one of them poles like that Bubba Wallace shoved out the way yesterday that Fox has.
Yeah, I'll just get one of those.
Put my recorder on it.
That's all we need to do.
I'll stick it through the fence when the winner wins. Hey,
come talk to us.
Don't talk to us. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us again. Appreciate Michael Boggs again. All y'all come hung out with us. Go check out our website also at chickenbonealleypodcast.com.
.com.
.com.
It's long, but it's not too bad. Go do it. YouTube. Find us on YouTube. Like us on there. Share whatever you got to do on there.
Like, subscribe, share.
Subscribe. We need a bunch of them things. So hook us up with that.
Click the little notification button.
It don't take but a second. Just go hook it up.
That's it.
We need it.
1 second. So anyway, guys, y'all be cool this week, and we will be seeing y'all, I reckon, next week.
Later.